YouTube. Like, share, comment, and subscribe on more topics like these. Now, what I'm going to talk about is better outcomes. So, and able to have better outcomes, right? What should we must do in able to have better outcomes? Number one, you must know what you want. The more clear it is, the more you're able to move on. See, some people, or many people, they want a lot of things, they want a lot of goals to accomplish, right? And that's all fine and dandy. That's a start. But then the question is, how will a person get there? Now, without a direction, without knowing where to start, either you tend to go in circles or not start at all, or just get frustrated through the process. You just throwing random things, hoping that something sticks. And that's not, how should I say this? There's a word that I'm looking for. That's not conducive. That means it's not time well spent. Now, what I also mean too is this. Sometimes it takes time, and it's in multiple steps. The more time that you spend mapping it out, then the more clear that it will become. See, you can't just have an outcome and don't know how to get there or know what it takes. Sometimes it requires research. Sometimes it requires some type of thinking or thought process, and able to do that. In other words, be clear. Number two, must be strategic in what you want. Meaning you got to plan. You have to plan. You have to invest in time into your plan, right? You have to doing things that are intentional for your long-term goals. Many people miss this step, being strategic, which goes into planning. And number three, you must stay focused. Not only focus, but you have to be executing. You have to execute your steps for the better outcomes. See, if you don't execute, then your outcomes are going to be so-so. They're not going to look like what you want it to look like. And so when you have the outcome that you want, your goal is to reverse engineer it. You have to work backwards, right? Some people, they don't know how to do that, or they don't want to, more importantly, and they don't want to take the time to. Now, that's shooting yourself in the foot. That's defeating the purpose. Now, you might as well not use that energy and say, I want this, I want that, if you're not willing to go through the steps in the process. Because after all, outcomes, whatever outcome that it is, whether good or bad, it's always a process. Now, if you want better outcomes, you have to take control of your process and don't let the process take control of you. I hope you like what you heard today on topics like these. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one.